In the name of Allah, good morning, grade 4, my best students ever. I hope that you are spending great time at home. Miss you much. Today, we will complete our distance learning for your English language, Cambridge Global English, and we have some main aims for today. Today's aims, number 1. To choose a project to make. Choose a project, one of two. Write a country fact file or write a report about an endangered animal. We will speak about them in detail. Number 2, to revise Module 7 about Australia. We will revise what we have learned about Australia. My dear students, please open page 108. 6. Choose a project. We have here two projects. You can choose amongst them. You are not asked to do the two. Only choose one of them. Number 1. Write a country fact file. Choose a country. The word either can be pronounced in two different ways. You can say either or either. The two are correct. Choose a country. Either your own or different country, or your own or a different country. You can choose Oman. If you don't want to choose Oman, for example, you can choose Syria, Libya, Lebanon, Egypt, Yemen, whatever. Number 2, choose 3 sections from these choices. You can choose 3 of these sections to speak about. Facts and figure, a fact about Oman, for example. And the figures, most important things, something which is featured. Number 2, geography. What about the geography of Oman, for example? Geography like beaches, deserts if there are, mountains, and you can speak also about animals and birds. What are the animals here in Oman or in the country you choose to write about, and birds also. Number 3, fact finding. Find 3 or 4 pieces of information or interesting information for each section. Use the internet or reference books to find your information, and the internet is the easiest way to use. Then find one amazing fact to include in your country fact file for any section. Number 4, make a poster. Make a poster for your country fact file and decorate with pictures. Number 5, no need for it. Okay, then project 2. Write a report about an endangered animal. You can choose this project also. You can write a report about an endangered animal. Like here in Oman, what is an endangered animal, for example? You can choose the oryx. Oryx is an endangered animal we can write about. Or turtles or any other animals. Okay, then for project 2, we can write a report about an endangered animal. Use the internet and reference books. No need for reference books if you don't like. To find examples of animals in your country that are endangered. Choose 2 or 3 to write about in your report. You can choose the turtles, the oryx, and add what other animals you like. Number 2, write your report. Make sure you include this information in your report. A description of the animal. Describe the animal, the endangered one, and its habitat in the rainforest, in the desert, whatever, in the sea. How many animals there were before and how many there are now. The reasons why the animal has become endangered and what people can do to help this endangered animal or these endangered animals. Present your report to the class. Of course, this we can't do. Yeah, inshallah, we will do after. Page 109. Reflect on your learning. What can we learn about one country? Number 1. Name 4 examples of extreme weather. I'll give you examples and in your notebook you can write others and send me. Like earthquakes, blizzards, floods, droughts, volcanoes, tornadoes. Yeah, so many. Number 2. What can you do to keep safe in a tornado? What can you do? Please write for me. Give 2 examples of safety advice. Number 3. Name 1 fact about Australia for each of these categories. 1 fact about it for each of these categories. Number 1, general fact. General fact like what? Like the square meters of it. How many square kilometers is Australia? 7.7 million. Yeah, very big. It is a whole continent, a country in a continent. Yeah. Now B, geography. What about the geography of Australia? What about the mountains, deserts? What about coral reef? What about the coral reef, which we can see from the moon? It is very great. Yeah, it is great. And what about the climate? Is Australia like Oman? For example, it is hot in summer and it is cold in winter? No, because it is in the southern hemisphere. So the seasons are the opposite to us here. Yeah, keep that in your mind. And number 4, give 2 reasons why animals become endangered. Why? You can say people kill hunters, they hunt the animals. People take their habitat to build homes for them. Okay, I'm waiting for your answers and I hope that you will add other information. How do you pronounce, this is number 5. How do you pronounce these numbers? Yeah, I hope that you have a record and send me for 17, 70, 40, 14, 18, 30. Okay? 6. Number 6. Think of Daniel's blog. What did his mom do on the trip and why? What did his mom do in that trip and why? I think she collected bits of rubbish. Yeah, to test it, to see if it contains poisons or not. That these poisons can kill the turtles. Okay? And number 7, give 2 examples of how emu and the brush turkey tracked each other in the story. Why emus can't fly? Who tricked the other to take off feather and to run because flying is not something special for the birds? And who deceived the other to kill his chicks to have only 2? Then I'm waiting for your answers. Number 7 again. Give 2 examples of how emu and brush turkey tricked each other in the story. Why emus can't fly. My dear lovely students, I'm waiting for your answers for page 109. Look what I can do. The last exercise in the page is optional. If you want to read an answer, it's for you. If you don't like, no problem. But reflect on your learning. What can we learn about one country is not optional. Yeah? Okay, I'm waiting for your answers. Please write in a very good handwriting as usual. You are great students. And send me the answers. Answer in your notebook. Okay? Thank you for joining me for today. Hope that you are spending a great time always. Thanks again. Bye, my dear lovely students.